am a parkour map creator, and as a creator, I'm always looking for new and creative things to implement into my maps. So I decided I was going to showcase some of the contraptions I've come up with throughout the past couple of weeks. Now just to clarify, ever since the snapshot started for 1.17, I've been brainstorming these little contraptions, and right here in front of me, I've got this little setup, and we're going to be building one of these contraptions. And actually, scratch that, we're going to be building 3 contraptions, all in the same space, each with different functions and different mechanics. Now, I want to clarify, all of these are taken directly from Nintendo games. We'll discuss this later, but in summary, we're going to be building the beat blocks, the jump swap blocks, and the switcheroo blocks. All 3 of these are from different games, but we're gonna go ahead and build them all in today's video. They all have the same mechanic, they're all fairly easy to do, and they all utilize the /build command. So let's get right into it. We're gonna go ahead and start off with the, what are they called? The beat blocks first. Now, first things first, we're gonna need to lay down the groundworks for this contraption, so let's just grab some redstone components right off the bat. I'm not too worried about input or blocks or whatever we're using. So what we need to set up now is we need to set up the command blocks that are actually going to place in our platforms and remove them. So this little module here is going to be our toggling system to toggle the different blocks. And well, as you can see, we kind of need to get the platforms in first before we set up the commands. So let's go ahead and grab what we need in order to set this up. Oh, where are the concrete? Stand by. Alright. We're going to use red and blue concrete as our platform. So I've got these 2 platforms here, the starting platform and the finishing platform. So we're going to come 3 blocks off from... Lag. Hold on. Stand by. My computer is very laggy, so I'm sorry about that. But there's nothing I can do about that right now. So we're going to go ahead and create a small 3x3 platform right here. It doesn't matter where, it can be anywhere in the world. And we're going to go ahead and alternate these colors of platforms. Just every 3 blocks. 3x3 platforms right off the gate. You can get more fancy with these. Whoops, wrong color. You can get more fancy with these. You can have them on the walls, you can have them horizontally, you can have them at an angle. But we're just gonna do just a simple easy line of blocks right here. And of course we'll just have, we'll leave that a 4 block jump. So now that we've got our platforms in, let's go ahead and discuss how we're actually going to set this up. How are we going to set up these commands? Well, since we're doing the beat blocks first, we're going to need to set these to switch places on a timer. For those of you who don't know, the beat blocks, I think you'll find them in a bunch of different Mario games, but the one I was taking inspiration from was Super Mario Galaxy. That's where I first encountered the beat blocks. And basically, they're platforms that swap places with each other on a timer. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna place a command block here, right at the corner of our first block. We're gonna go ahead, caps lock, and type, we're gonna go ahead and type in /fill. Now, when we hit the spacebar, you'll see coordinates come up. We're gonna click this coordinates, and then click done. Now we're gonna make sure we don't have any other command blocks in our inventory to make this less confusing. Then we're gonna control middle click this command block here. And then we're gonna bring it over to this side. If you should see, the command is still there. And now, once we hit the spacebar again, you'll see that new coordinates come up. Click those, and then we can go ahead and type Minecraft red concrete. And that should be done. Go ahead and remove the command block that was previously in your inventory, and then press Control middle click again, punch that out. And we're gonna go ahead and place it right here. This is our starter command block. Now, just to make sure that this works, let's grab a lever. Let's place it here. And as you can see, those two holes that were in that platform have now been patched. If we go ahead and just break a couple of these blocks, not all of them, just for showcasing purposes, if we flick this lever back on, you can see that gets filled up. That's how we know this one platform is working. Now all we have to do is do that for the remaining platforms. Alright, 3, 2, 1, boom! Done. That's all the red platforms done. Now, you'll notice I left out the blue platforms. We're going to get to those next. Now, one more thing to notice here is the use of the chain command block. You can see the arrow on the side. This is going to dictate the direction that the command is going to travel. So, when setting this up, you'll want to use chain blocks. Your first block that you use can be a regular command block, but you're going to have to use chain blocks for the rest of them. And in order to change a command block to a chain, you just click this button here, and then you click Always Active. And that will change it back to normal. That will change it to a chain block. And of course, set it back to impulse, set it back to needs redstone, and that'll change it back to normal. So these are the red platforms turned on. If we flick this lever and turn it back on, nothing happens. They don't get removed. So let's do the blue platforms now. And I'm actually going to do this on camera. Now the thing to note about the blue platforms is we want these turned on when the red platforms are turned off. And we're going to get into that on how that works in a second. Where's that blue concrete? Done. Now, one thing to know here. When you look at the command block that you just picked up, if you do not see plus NVT as like a tag, when you highlight the item, then you didn't control middle click. That's something to know. But now we have a command block for one of the blue platforms. We're going to place it on this redstone torch. Now, it doesn't activate immediately once you place it. It's not like an observer. However, it does work. So let's do this platform now, get those coordinates, get rid of this command block, control middle click, break that command block, place it here, grab the next set of coordinates, control, blue, concrete, done, get rid of that command block, control middle click, we're going to place it there, chain, need redstone, always active, boom! We have the beginnings of our command block tower. So if we flick this lever on, that means the red platforms are turned on. When we flick it off, you can see those blue platforms have been repaired. That's how we know this is working. So just to make clarity, we're going to put a red concrete block on this side, and we're going to put a blue concrete block on this side. This will tell us, this just helps us keep organized on which of these towers does what. So the side on the red concrete, that tells us that these command blocks turn the red platforms on, and that these ones over here will turn the blue platforms on. So this is good and all. This is great for setting up the course on its own. But how do we switch them up? And that's where we need to take these command blocks, control middle click each of them, and we're going to place it on the blue pillar. This might not make sense at first, but we're going to modify this command a little bit. So, that first command block that we just picked up, you're going to want to change this command block to say air. That's it. When you click done, change it to a chain command block. Now, when we turn it on, that red platform disappears. And then we turn it back on. Hold on. Oh, that's weird. Is this working? Yeah, it should be working. That should be working. Nothing wrong with the command block. let's just break that. In the meantime, yeah, that's weird. That shouldn't be happening. Oops. There we go. Platform disappears, the platform doesn't reappear. Give me a second. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I managed to figure out, whoop, lag. I figured out what was going on. Yeah, so apparently this torch was powering both stacks at the same time, so I just moved the stack over one. And also I did the rest of the command blocks. So it's a very simple process. Now all you need to do from here is this process is done. These platforms will switch back and forth as they go, or as you toggle this lever. Now, there are ways of doing that. Unfortunately, because of time, I'm gonna have to close the video here. I completely forgot about the 15-minute dead limit. So, I'm gonna come back in a part 2 for this, releasing in just a couple of minutes, and we're gonna wrap up this contraption. So go check out part 2 if you want to get the rest. But for here, this is our starting point. So, I'm gonna wrap it up. Go check out part 2. I'm gonna have this contraption done by then. Well, kind of. I'm gonna show you how to hook this up to a clock, and how to hook this up to the other contraptions to make it so you get the different variants between the beat blocks, the jump swap blocks, and the switcheroo blocks. We're gonna get all 3 of those in with this one contraption, with this one set of command block tower. So, go check out part 2. I'll see you there.